What up? Okay, I'm filming because I want to. Because I didn't really give you guys an update here recently. I was able to get the drive shaft in, and finding the slip yoke for it was a pain in the butt. I searched all these different drive shafts, checking them all, literally. That's like 6 drive shafts, maybe 7. And well, eventually I found one, but it was so rusty and dirty and messed up, it wouldn't fit. Because the passageways were, all the teeth were just clogged up with dirt and rust, and it was just preventing it from going in, So what I had to do, dude, it is cold. That cold breeze is cold. So what I had to do, was I took the slip yoke off the transmission. Not transmission, drive shaft. Took the slip yoke off the drive shaft and used this big block transmission. And you can tell from the hammer, I just hammered the slip yoke into the transmission just to get all the passageways cleared up, you know what I mean? Because, seriously, I used a wire brush on a drill, plenty of oil, battery terminal cleaner. I tried everything to clean up those teeth. I tried everything to clean up those teeth and all the patches, all the teeth passageways and stuff, all the grooves and stuff. I tried everything to clean it up, to try my best to clean it up as best as I could. But even with the drill, it just wasn't happening. So I had to force it. Of course, C6 small block transmission and a big block C6 transmission are basically the same. It's just different bolt pattern, So, but the ends, this part right here is the same. So on a C6 small block and a C6 big block, they got the same end to them. So, or at least this one was. And so when I found it, I used a hammer and some wood. Hammered it in, hammered it back out, hammered it back in, hammered it back out, hammer it in, hammer it out, hammer it in, hammer it out, hammer it in, hammer it out, over and over and over until finally it was going in and out by hand. Because that's what you want with a slip yoke. You want your drive shaft slip yoke. You want to be able to push it in by hand, right? So I couldn't do that because of all the dirt and rust. So I had to hammer it in, hammer it back out, and do that a couple times. And eventually, finally, at last, I was able to push it in by hand. Once I was able to push it in by hand, she's in. What the fuck is this? Fucking rat shit. Yeah, I got the drive shaft in. Finally. I had to use the 75-inch yoke. Not the 75-inch. Yes, 75-inch slip yoke. That's a very long slip yoke. No. My brain isn't working right now. It's early, man. I just woke up. No, the 75-inch drive shaft was more like a 73-inch drive shaft or 74. But plus the slip yoke, it made it 75. So, but anyways, long story short, I got her in. I still got to redo the exhaust system. You can tell from right there, but you can kind of tell, man. I don't know about you guys, but I think that sucker is in there. And there's plenty of room for when it drives. Honestly, I hope it doesn't fuck it up because it's still dirty and still dirty in there. There's a bunch of rat stuff all over the place. I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyways, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't get it in, far enough. I couldn't completely hammer it in all the way, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping that when I'm driving, it doesn't mess itself up or mess up the transmission somehow. I'm hoping it, when I hit a bump and stuff, you know, it goes in and comes out. You know, it does its movement. Because when you're driving, it's supposed to be smooth, right? It's supposed to be able to, you want your slip yoke to be really smooth and perfect. Like you want to be able to push it in as far as you can. And that's good for movement, from driving movement. Because if I hit a bump and it fucks up the transmission, well, I guess it fucks up the transmission. I'm not going to be able to drive this thing home because the transmission's fucked up. So I'm hoping it's not too screwed up or too rusty or too dirty that it messes with the performance in the driving. I mean, it's sitting on its wheels, and it had about that much of clearance. So I'm hoping when I hit a bump, you know, it doesn't force its way in and it gets stuck there. I'm hoping it's able to pull itself back out. You know, the drive shaft able to pull itself back out. Not all the way out, but where it's at right now. You know what I mean? Like, be able to go in and out smoothly. Hopefully it can. Hopefully it will. I could get in the back of the bed and just jump up and down a whole bunch of times. See, an off-roader. Okay, I was bouncing it up and down, and I don't think that really did anything, to be honest. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like when I'm driving and I hit a bump. I'm hoping it will not get stuck. The transmission slip yoke won't get stuck. Because all I did really was just push all the dirt towards the back of the slip yoke. So I did spray it out, you know, when I pulled it, when I got it to where I can push it in, push it out by hand. When I got to that point, I oiled it and cleaned it out. So I guess it's good. It's just those teeth didn't look very happy either. So I'm hoping I don't have to pull it back out, replace the slip yoke. I probably should have done that in the first place, but a slip yoke would have cost so much money. You know what I mean? Like it would have cost a lot of money to do that. You know what I mean? I just hope it can do its movement without jamming. It's in and out performance. It's in and out movement out of the transmission. It's in and pushing itself in and pushing itself back out in the transmission without any jamming. Hopefully it won't do that. That's what I'm concerned about. Just now concerned. I was just like, wait a minute. If it's that dirty and rusty, it might jam itself in there and not pop back out. But who knows? If I just drive it around a couple times, it might be all right. It might break up that rust so much that it probably will just pop right out. It might just clear itself up. I don't know. But you guys out there are probably like, oh, okay, I know what you mean, dude. You probably should replace the slip yoke on the drive shaft. That's probably the wise move. Yeah, or I could just drive it around. It's not like the transmission works anyways. I mean, I seriously doubt it works. But if it does, that's a miracle. So you guys probably want an engine performance. Well, all I'm missing right now, starter and water pump and radiator. That's all that's holding me back right now, and this wind is about to drive me crazy. Here's what she looks like. The carburetor's not bolted down yet. It's just sitting there because I'm still messing with the springs, return springs still. I just haven't been out here to do it because I've been inside just chilling because I'm so freaking exhausted, you know. So here's the valve cover. I know one side's blue, the other is rusty. Okay, hear me out. I could not find the matching blue one. I know there was a second. I know there was a full set of clean blue valve covers. I just couldn't find it. I searched the shed. I searched the shop. I searched around outside. But all I could find was a set of rusty valve covers. So, I mean, they're the same. Just one side looks good, one side looks bad. I'm kidding. It matches the truck. So yeah, it's fine. I just that's a Holly since 1903 carburetor that we got from this car, because that car came with a bunch of a box of freaking carburetors. And so Dad was like, I need a carburetor for my truck. Or I was like, I need a carburetor for my truck. Which one could I use? I want to use some of these big ones. He's like, no, use this one. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll use the itty bitty one. I think it works. It better work. I hope it does work, because if it don't, that's an issue. I'm gonna have to buy a brand new carburetor. It's like $400, $500 fucking dollars, man. Yeah, I was gonna hook up the electric choke. Just getting it ready. I guess I can go ahead and bolt it down. Don't use these nuts. I am gassy. Fucking shit, that stinks. I am gassy, dude. I'm kidding. It's all the sugar. Don't drink sugar. And don't eat it either. Oh, I lost the phone. Try to find some washers for this thing. There's one. It's not really a washer. It's more like a baby washer. There's one. There's two. Three. Four. I'll try them. Okay. So we got our washers. I can bolt down the carburetor. Always have washers for your carburetors. It's just something that you gotta do. I hope I got the studs in there. Hopefully they're not too loose. I know that face like, fuck. I don't even know if this carburetor even works. I'm just throwing it on, fingers crossed. You know what I mean? I can't really do this. Hold on, you guys are gonna have to stare at the sky. Because I don't really have a proper filming stand, and to be honest, I'm too lazy to go inside and get my phone case. My phone holder. Lego phone holder. It's incredible. It's amazing. Like the best thing you've ever done. Stare at my armpit, would you? And clean it while you're at it. Yeah, I'll get it done. It won't be too long. It'll be like a couple seconds. Man, this engine's way back there, man. I gotta climb up in here. Performance carburetors. Sure. Sure it is. I'm literally like in here, so don't bother if I fall. These spark plugs are not, spark plug wires are not in there very good. Wow, I'm surprised I was able to get that. Okay, one more. Come on, nut. Please don't do this to me. Okay. I did it. These are weird nuts. They're 7/16 instead of half. I don't even know if I got the, you know what I mean, the studs tight. And I mean, I used a pair of vice grips and got them as tight as I could, but. Well, this is doing all right. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, and now for the last one, I'm gonna need a wrench. I know 3 for the drill and 1 for the wrench. Isn't that crazy? Eight millimeter. 10 millimeter. Half. 3/8. 7/16. It's a baby. Oh, look at the baby. Goo goo gaga. It's the baby wrench. It's in there. Okay, all right. Carburetor installed. I don't have enough fuel line. I don't have any fuel line, so I can't hook it up. I got to get a mechanical fuel pump for it. So I got to buy that, buy the mechanical fuel pump. Yeah, I got to buy the mechanical fuel pump, buy the starter, buy the water pump and radiator, which might wait for that. I'll probably do the fuel pump and the water and the starter, and save the water pump and radiator for later, for the next check, because I only get like $900 a month. So it's like, and no, I don't have any money saved up. But just to hear it run for a few seconds, starter and fuel pump. And once we got that, we could figure out everything else. I have a water pump, but I don't know if it's not going to work. It's a Mustang water pump, and it's pointing the wrong direction. But I might use it anyways. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to get a water pump that comes with the bolts. A water pump that comes with the bolts and everything. Yep. That's what I want. But other than that, she's ready. I mean, we could fill it up with gasoline, crank it, and see if it'll run off the carburetor. If it does, that's incredible. That'd be freaking amazing if it runs off the carburetor. There was something in here that caught my eye a couple days ago. It was a plug that I found, that I saw. I think it was that bottom drawer, I'm not for sure. But yeah, all we gotta do now is find plugs for everything. I gotta get a hose for the brake booster. I'm gonna tie that to back there. And then I'm gonna hook up the vacuum advance for the alternator. And I don't think I have any hose for that. I don't have any hose for that. There's this plastic hose right here that I've used previously. Clogged up. But I can cut it and make it work. Yeah, it's clogged up. But this could work. This little plastic hose. That and some rubber hose probably work. For a fuel system. I'm kidding. I'm going to get fresh fuel line. I got to get a hose nozzle for the mechanical fuel pump. Because most mechanical fuel pumps don't. Ooh, I got to do that. I could do that. Yeah, let's do that. It's gonna be 1/2 inch. So yeah, I'm gonna probably end it right here. I can't get this left bolt off. Yeah, it feels tight. Damn. Need a hammer. It's in there. Golly. That was glued on there pretty good. You got to get all the stuff off of it, so I'm going to take it to the bench wire wheel and wire wheel this down. Brush wheel it down. There we go. Cleaner than what I could do with the scraper. A lot cleaner than what I could have done with a scraper. So I'm just gonna, throw this back on. Let me make sure this is actually the way it goes. Yeah, that's right. Almost got her. Alright, that's enough for you guys staring at the ceiling. Alright, here we go. This truck is very sensitive. I can bounce this whole thing if I wanted to. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that sucker was stuck on there. I had to use a freaking hammer to get it off. Or rubber mallet or whatever. Alright, well, that's enough of you guys staring at the ceiling. Sorry about that. Okay, we got that done. I got plenty of water pump gaskets for the crazy thing. Plenty of water pump gaskets for it. I got like 2 sets in there. It takes those fat spark plugs. Those really fat spark plugs. That's an old engine right here. Well, that's about it. That's all we need, starter and fuel pump, and we can hear the thing run. Dad doesn't have one, mechanical fuel pump lying around. I'm surprised that car didn't come with one, a spare. So I gotta get a fuel pump for a 302. Mechanical fuel pump for a 302. So yeah, she's coming along. Just gotta wait for that money to come in. I might get a job, honestly. I'm thinking about it. But this town sucks, and they don't provide jobs for us. So that's why I'm not working at the age of 23. That's why I'm homeless. Because the fucking town doesn't hire people. It's like they're picky. They're picky on what kind of people they want. You ain't got experience. You need to go get experience. Well, how the fuck do I get experience if I'm not in your restaurant learning? Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.